So then in the wintertime, I'm producing just as much power as I would do in the summertime, probably even more.
Just from the reflection on the snow.
Right. You see, people don't think.
Yeah.
Don't put them on. You put it on the roof and it's covered in snow. What are you getting? Nothing. Right? So you got to think of those ideas.
Yeah.
Right? And then when it's at a 15 to 20 degree angle like that, I never have to wash it or clean it.
Yeah.
When it rains, it gets cleaned.
Right.
Right? If it's on the roof, what are you climbing up there to clean it?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I have a whole mixture of chickens, so they're mostly heritage breeds.
These ones are the ones that are typically in white ones, I heard.
No, the bigger brown ones are better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I've got a whole mixture of chickens.
Do you ever have any issues with coyotes or foxes?
Yeah, once in a while you do, but you know, I kind of solved those problems.
Yeah.
It's called a shotgun. You see all these burdock growing in the ground here, which I talked about earlier. See all the burdock? See all the burrs?
Yeah.
So this plant originally came from Japan. But now different kinds of burdock grow everywhere around the world.
Okay.
And most people don't know that the burdock root is a food
Okay.
that you can eat raw or cooked. Most people eat it cooked. It's a very good vegetable.
Yeah.
Okay? Once it grows the seed pod, the root gets a little bit hard, okay, to eat.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you want to dig this out, it's a very difficult plant to dig. If you thought the wild carrot over there was a trouble, I mean, you want to try digging this guy out.
Yeah.
He grows roots maybe 3-4 feet down.
Wow.
Sometimes this big around.
Wow. So you gotta harvest it when it's young before it gets to that stage.
Right. In the springtime, I like to do a bunch of harvesting.
Okay.
But I also like to do some harvesting at this time of the year because this is very good for people's health when I put it in tea, right? As a thing, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's extremely hard to take out.
Oh.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to buy the little excavator. Because now I can bring my little excavator here and I can just dig this out.
Yeah.
And I can collect 400 or 500 pounds out of here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Where it would take me 2 months to do this.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you want to implement some things to make your life a little bit easier,
For sure.
right?
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I wanted this kind of plum tree, like this. This kind of plum tree. I wanted these plum. And now you see these plum trees are native to North America. You see how they look? Put your finger there.
Yeah. Sure.
They got thorns on them
Okay.
all over the place. So you don't have too much trouble with raccoons and wildlife trying to climb your trees
Okay.
and eat the plums.
Yeah.
It does happen, but you know, not so easy,
Yeah.
right? Now these trees don't just grow with seed. You see, they grow a sucker root out, and then 5 feet away there'll be another tree, and they'll just keep spreading.
Okay.
That's why they were so valuable to native culture, because these trees, they grew lots of plums
Yeah.
like crazy. So this year, 3 of the older trees over there probably had 5 bushels,
Yeah.
like a whole 50 pounds per tree minimum.
Wow. What are you gonna do with all those plums?
But now
give
it's
them-
something I can sell, but it's
Yeah.
something that you can really, it's a resource. You can dry them, you can put them in jars, you can throw them in the freezer. There's just so much use, and it's something really healthy for your body.
Yeah, I love plums.
So do I.
Are they dark or are they
They're dark purple with green
Oh.
flesh,
nice?
and they're perfectly round like a golf ball, these.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
when the first Europeans came to North America, they recorded in history books that they couldn't believe that a tree that was not tended, that means it wasn't cultivated, wasn't anything, would carry 50 bushels.
Right.
Because in Europe, a plum tree maybe had, you know, a handful on it, and they were tending it, taking care of it. But
Yeah.
over here, growing wild, they had a tree beside a field, and it had 50 bushels on it.
Yeah.
But what happened, it was when they cleared most of the forest in southern Ontario, and even up north, they killed most of these trees, cut them down. And so 25 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. I was looking for them because I read about them and I'd never seen any. And so I went and found out through Guelph University, a farmer that had some, was growing some of these. And I bought 6 of them and I planted them up in northern Ontario. And they started spreading and stuff like that. And I took small plants, brought them to my house, planted some there. And then from there I planted here.
Okay.
And I've been spreading them around.
Right.
And so now I have, I don't know, about 20 of them.
Right.
And from these trees, I'll probably propagate another 25 or 30 easily.
Wow.
So eventually, next year and the year after, I will have plums for sale.
Oh yeah.
You understand? And you'll be a
I'll be
customer.
coming.
Yeah, see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's the same thing with my apple orchard and apple trees.
Yeah.
You know, there was 85 wild apple trees here, at least that or more.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to start cleaning them up and making it better and better.
Yeah.
But already we're making apple cider vinegar and we're making apple juice for ourselves. So there'll be another thing that I could eventually sell, right?
That's awesome.
But you got to put work into it, right?
Yeah. You can create all different kinds of streams of income.
Yes.
From living off the land, living.
Right.
Yeah. So interesting.
You know, and this guy don't need a babysitter.
Yeah.
He just grows,
Yeah.
right? He
Just
don't
does
need
his
no
job.
babysitting.
Yeah.
That's what I like about trees, right? They don't need no babysitter.
That's true. That's awesome. Oh, it's warm in here. Wow. Oh, it's nice and cozy.
Oh, wow.
So I built this a couple of years ago. I bought specialized polycarbon fiber. It's 14 mil, 3 layers. So it holds the heat and it gives you lots of light. So, and then we put the shelving in and I'm finishing off the floor a little bit at a time.
Okay.
So that I have the ability now to grow probably at least 3,000 plants. I could grow easily in here.
Yeah.
In all the small trays, right? I could just line it all up. And eventually I'm going to put with these, see, you have to have ideas. Okay, so this is an electric baseboard heater,
Oh, okay.
right? You can see the end of it. They're made out of copper, right?
Yep.
So they're in a frame and everything else and they get scrapped down. People take this out and just sell it for scrap.
Right.
Well, I got a better idea. So I'm going to take those and put one of them underneath the bottom of every shelf, both
Right.
sides.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to buy a turbine, diesel-powered turbine. You can buy them. And which makes a lot of heat and runs very cheap.
Yeah.
And instead of having the exhaust just go directly outside, I'll have the exhaust, hot exhaust, go in the copper pipe
Right.
all the way through, back and forth,
Okay.
and then go outside. So the heat of the exhaust is going to heat up that, and I'm going to get double heat.
Okay.
So I'm going to get free heat off the exhaust while the machine is actually blowing warm air around in here.
Yeah.
So where people
You
have
can grow things all year round.
well, I don't want to grow things all around. That's not a profitable thing.
Okay.
In the wintertime, it's too cold.
Okay.
So, but in, say, for example, at the very beginning of March, where lots of greenhouses have started up, they've got to have a big expense. You know, they've got a huge greenhouse and it's costing them thousands of dollars a day to keep it warm.
Right.
For me, for $5
Yeah.
a week,
Yeah.
I could have this little greenhouse making a whole bunch of plants, which is going to be able to grow
Right.
from my garden.
Yeah.
And whatever I decide to sell will triple whatever I spent in this greenhouse.
Yeah. So you're saying it's going to run off
Diesel.
diesel?
It's a turbine.
Okay. Could you
I
run
have
that
one-
turbine off of solar?
No.
Oh.
You would have to run it off of a fuel.
Oh, okay.
But it runs very cheap. I have
Yeah.
one in my shop on the other side.
Okay.
And, you know, I've run it for 4 and 5 hours at a time on full blast, and basically maybe it'll use the half a liter of fuel, which is like a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. So
Not a
for a
big
small
deal.
space like this, I
Yeah.
could put it on minimum temperature at 100 degrees.
Yeah.
And at 100 degrees, blowing the air around and warming up those pipes with the exhaust.
Yeah.
When it was really cold at night in the beginning,
Yeah.
this would be warm enough that my plants would have enough heat to keep growing. Right?
Yeah.
So there's so many things you can do.
Yeah. I was in a greenhouse and it didn't have a setup like that, but the greenhouse was so hot because of the heat that the plants were creating. It was like it was in the middle of winter.
It's not. No. They have a heating system in there.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't see it.
They have a heating system.
But it was like a sauna in there.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to understand. If you have a big enough greenhouse, even on a dull day, you can come in here on a cloudy day and it's warm.
Yeah.
I mean, you sit in your car in the middle of wintertime with the car shut off and it's warm, right? Because just the daylight going through makes it hot, right?
Right.
So the same thing. So for example, when I have this set up properly, all of the black containers will absorb heat from the sun. So at night, they'll still stay warm for a couple of hours. So if you have a trickle of heat in here, it stays warm.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys that do stuff in really cold areas will put 45-gallon barrels in that are black, full of water. And basically, the daytime, the heat absorbs into the barrel, and then at night, the barrel radiates heat. So, for example, if I really wanted to in the beginning, before I built this, I would have put tubes in the floor, right?
Yeah.
And had a hot water solar panel on the outside, and don't have hot water in it, just have water in it, have ethylene glycol with some oil going through the tubes in the floor. Every day that panel would heat up enough to heat up the floor. The floor would stay warm 24/7. It would never freeze. It would stay about 50 degrees. So at 50 degrees, everything's going to grow. Right?
Yeah.
So that's all I need to do is keep this around 50 degrees, even on the coldest days, and you would have enough staying alive.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Like, we put some spices in here over a month ago.
Like parsley.
It is parsley. And that's purslane. And they're growing in here, and I barely watered them, but there's enough moisture, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can do, there's lots of things you can do. It's just you have to take the time to do it.
Right.
And investigate things. Lots of ideas around.
You know what I would love? I have a book on plants in Ontario, like edible plants and flowers. And for survival, I know that's very important, knowing your surroundings, know what you can eat, know what you can't eat, because I know some of this stuff might be toxic, right? So maybe you can show us.
Since we live in North America, there's very little poisonous stuff.
Yeah.
Very little.
So what am I looking at right now that I could eat right now, like make a salad, for example?
Easy.
If there was no food, I had access to no food.
Okay, you have the narrow leaf plantain right here.
Yeah.
Right there. Narrow leaf plantain.
Yeah.
You have the dandelion greens right there.
Yeah. The dandelions I know about.
Then you have
You can eat that
creeping Charlie.
Creeping Charlie.
Yeah, we call it creeping Charlie because it just grows like that.
Yeah. Wow. Make a fresh garden salad.
And then, if you wanted to put a little labor into it,
Yeah.
you could dig out this broadleaf plant right here,
Right.
which is a burdock root.
Oh, burdock root.
So you could dig the burdock out,
Oh, okay.
and then you would have to cook that. You
Yeah.
could eat it a little bit raw, but it would be better cooked.
Yeah. Burdock root. Yeah.
And then this thistle here that looks very toxic and hard to touch and picky and as hell, the root is completely edible.
Oh, okay. I see those all the time.
Right, the root is completely edible.
Even in the city, you see that everywhere.
Yeah, but the root is edible.
Okay.
You slice it up and cook it, but you got food,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then here, you're stuck in the winter time and there's not much outside or whatever you think. This is roses, and these are the tiny little rose hips. So now put it in your mouth and eat it. Go ahead.
Oh.
Got a little seed in it.
A little sweetness to it.
Yeah, it's very high in vitamin C and vitamin A.
Well,
That's eating a bunch of these will sustain you
doesn't
for.
taste that bad.
They actually taste good.
What is it called?
Those are rose hips.
This goes in the wintertime? Or
That will stay all winter on the thing. The leaves will all fall off, but it'll be here all winter
oh.
till the springtime.
And the birds don't eat it, this thing?
The birds will eat it, some of it, but there will be plenty. Like, look at it, it's lots of it.
Yeah.
So you'll never have a lack of it.
Interesting. It's good to know.
There's all kinds of stuff like that that are always around.
That's important to know for survival, emergency response.
And, you know, earlier in the year, you know, now it's a little bit late because the leaves have turned too much brown, but when they were more green, if you would have went along and picked all the rose leaves and let them dry, then you got a really good source of vitamin C tea. So if you get a cold or a flu or you don't feel good, you know, you need vitamin C, this would be something that you would be using right away.
Nice.
There's an example in the Bible, right, of 10 women. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish.
Okay, yeah.
The 5 that were foolish went out dancing and partying and everything else. When they came home in the dark, they wanted some oil and a lantern from the ones that were wise. The wise ones said, we don't have anything for you. We just got enough for ourselves. So the rest were in the dark, and cold and hungry. What can I tell you?
Now, is there any plants that one could eat that grow in the wintertime?
Up north, you'll have stuff underneath the snow like wintergreen. You don't find so much of that, but where it's much colder. But for example, you see the tree in the distance over there with the leaves that are, no, the trembling aspen. You see the leaves are vibrating in the wind?
Yeah.
The yellowish color?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we go to that tree and we cut the outside layer of the bark off, the inside layer is edible. So that'll be there all winter.
Yeah.
Now, it don't taste good. It's very bitter, but you're not going to starve.
Okay. Beaver food.
It is beaver food, but the beaver doesn't starve eating that, and neither will you.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, the white birch tree, you can take the bark and grind it up into powder and put it in like a flour.
Right.
And then, and then down by the ponds or any place where you have water, you'll have cattails, which make 5 foods in a basket and carry them in.
So you can eat the roots of the cattail?
You can eat the roots, you can eat the leaves, you can eat the stem, you can eat the flower.
Ew. That brown puffy thing?
Actually, when you cook that when it's slightly green color still, and when it's brown and puffy right now, you make it into flour, bread flour. Grind it up into flour. You're never going to starve if you know what's going on.
Yeah.
And in the wintertime, for example, look, you get a massive snowstorm. All of the flowers and trees and grass that would be sticking up above the snow are there for a reason. The seeds inside of them will be foods that you can eat because the birds eat that.
Okay. The birds like eat this
Yes,
stuff here?
right. But in the summertime and right now, it's a little bit toxic. But after it's frozen, the toxicity has left it.
Okay.
And you'll see the birds jumping around in the snow, picking up little pieces of seeds and stuff like that. So if you went out with a container and started picking up all kinds of stuff that is above the snow line, you could bring it in with a mortar and pestle, grind it all up, and you could cook it as a flatbread.
But in the summertime, you couldn't eat it?
Well, certain parts would be edible in the summertime, but mostly you would use that for the wintertime.
Okay.
Because in the summertime, you're going to have lots of stuff growing that's easier to pick up.
Yeah.
Right. And then, you know, if you're a little bit of a hunter and a trapper and some person that lives off the land, you're going to gather a whole bunch of seeds and put them in one spot with a little trap, and you're going to catch birds that eat seeds. You're going to eat them. You ain't going to starve.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the Bible records that Ezekiel raised sparrows for food.
Really?
He had them in a cage, and he made a living selling sparrows. And sparrows are everywhere.
Small little thing.
But,
small little morsel, but I guess.
But if you're starving,
if
if you're hungry, eating one would be better than none.
That's true.
Okay. You know, what can I tell you?
Yeah. You got like any wild turkeys out here, or?
There's wild turkeys around, yeah. But they ain't easy to catch. They have a telescopic eye.
Yeah.
So the turkey can see, like if you're at the end of the tree line over there, and it sees you, it can zoom in with its eyesight like a telescope.
Yeah.
And bring you up visibly, like you were a foot away, and say, "Oh, That's a predator.
Mm,
You understand?
yeah.
We can't do that, but it can. You can't buy these in the store anymore.
Wow.
Now they'll be a little riper, a little bit rotten inside, but you can make applesauce out of them, and they're phenomenal.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to walk over there. I'm going to shake the branch, and you can pick it up. Pick up whatever you want. We'll go over to another tree. Like, you know, just not, that apple's perfect apple. See, what I want to do is I want to clean up all the dead branches underneath the trees.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my wood chipper and I'm going to start coming along in springtime. I'm going to clean it all up. Right?
Okay.
See how the apple's starting to turn brown right away?
Mm-hmm.
That's because it's filled with enzymes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sugar in the apple will digest real quickly in your body because of those brown spots and those enzymes. Because the apple is spoiling.
What are the extra darker parts right there?
That's the basically the apple is so ripe and it's turning brown. It's basically what you'd call rotting, but it's digestive enzymes in the fruit that makes it break down.
Mm-hmm.
So without that breakdown of the fruit, you can't absorb the sugar properly because you don't have the enzymes to digest it. So when you're eating an apple from the store that's been chemically sprayed and won't spoil quickly, your pancreas, you're using up your enzymes to digest the apple, where here it's giving you the enzymes to digest the apple. So you eat a lot of fruit from the store, you end up being diabetic because you're getting too much fructose, which is sugar. Here, you're not getting that problem. You understand?
Yeah.
So as long as the food is organic, you say?
Well, when your food is organic, that it spoils quickly.
Right.
Then you have the enzymes to digest it.
Oh.
But when you can't digest it, because there's no enzymes,
Yeah.
then it causes a problem. If you have a kidney problem, urinary tract problem with your prostate, this is the plant you want to consume as a tea.
What is it called?
Goldenrod. Smell. Nice smell to it.
Yeah,
Eh?
that's strong.
Now, when it's small in the springtime, you can actually cook the leaves like spinach.
Okay.
Okay, but it's goldenrod. Now, people will say you get allergic reactions to this, and even when the flower lost its color, it has no more yellow in it, and the leaves are turned brown, you could still pick these brown leaves and the flower and make tea from it. It still has great value. It's better when you pick it green and dry it, though, but you could still do it in the wintertime if you had no choice.
Okay.
What about for people who have hernias? Can you cure that yourself, or you gotta have an operation?
I have a hernia, and I think you have to have an operation. I tried everything underneath the sun. Now, there's some people claim on the internet that they've done it. And I've been looking for some scientific evidence because I think in olden days, somebody must have had a secret, which I haven't discovered yet. That doesn't mean I haven't found it yet, but I'm looking for it. So I think it's possible. Because if you do the right things, tissue's got to grow back. Right? Now, with the goldenrod, I'm looking for the right thing here. You'll see on the plant sometimes a ball, which I don't see one conveniently. Look around.
Oh, here's one, I think. Kind of dried out. Is that what you're looking for?
No, right in the center, someplace about here.
Oh.
To be like a hard round ball in the plant. That's your cure for prostate
Okay.
problems because it looks like a swollen prostate.
Mm.
So you would actually take that part
Yeah.
and grind it up and put it in your tea, and it affects your prostate where it's going to open up the urinary tract and clean you up. And anybody who has a prostate problem, they usually have a constipation problem because where your prostate's located and your anus is, there the skin touches. So when you're constipated, the poison goes through and affects your prostate, causes it to swell it up, right? So most people who have prostate problems have a constipation problem or diarrhea, one or the other, but they got a bowel problem.
And what do you call this again?
Goldenrod.
Goldenrod.
Yeah. Grows everywhere.
Prostate. Okay.
Originally this plant came from Egypt.
And I think that's like more prevalent, like prostate cancer is more prevalent in men.
Yes.
So
But-
that would be good.
Yes, it's something I've helped people get rid of their prostate problems using this. Totally, 100%.
Oh.
Spruce tree, B vitamins.
Yes.
You say D or B?
B vitamins.
B.
The only thing it does not have is B12, but every other B vitamin is the thing. And when first Europeans came here, Europeans were always impressed by the indigenous people. We made spruce beer. Now, you can't buy it anymore in the stores. They used to, in the early 1800s, you could buy it in a store, spruce beer.
Yeah.
But it's something I intend to start producing again in the future, and make it naturally. So you would take the ends of the stems
Yeah.
and the actual seed pod from the spruce,
Yeah.
and you'd put them in water. And what they used to do in the olden days originally was they would take maple sap in the springtime when the maple water would be running. They would put that together and let it naturally ferment,
Okay.
and it would make a brown, thick kind of beer.
Yeah.
But it was really healthy for you.
So
It was
like a malt.
but non-alcoholic,
Yeah.
but extremely high in B vitamins.
Okay.
Very, very good for your health.
Yeah. This
And
is what I was drinking in the winter. This and the pine.
Yeah, long,
Yeah.
soft needle white pine. Yeah.
And this one you can make as tea as well, right? That's this kind of spruce.
Which one are you talking?
These big tall trees.
Or
here.
that's cedar.
Cedar. You can
Yeah,
drink that as tea. too,
yes, you
right?
can do that as well.
Okay.
But cedar has a different type of vitamin C. So
Okay.
it's a little bit more astringent, like a little tougher on the body.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can't overdo it.
Okay.
And so this tree here, I brought from my backyard in Etobicoke, small ones. This is juniper.
Okay.
Now, juniper doesn't really grow too well up north in this areas, but for some reason, this tree is growing, and I got a bunch of them around here, they're growing. Eventually, when they get a little bit bigger, they'll produce a little blue, like a little blueberry.
Okay.
And the juniper berries are really good for kidney issues, but you can't overdo it. If you use too many of it, what would happen is you harm your kidney. But a little bit
Yeah.
is good for your kidneys. And the thing, what a lot of people don't know about juniper is everywhere in Europe and even in North America, in the 1800s, they would take the leaves and the needles of this tree and they would burn it like incense in the hospital to prevent the spread of diseases. Because the smoke in the air from juniper kills bacteria. So they would smudge it in rooms,
Ah.
in hospitals, all over the place.
Nice.
You'd always smell that burning.
Good to know.